Hey everybody, my name is Nevin and I would like to welcome you back to Indie Bytes here on pixelattack.net. Today's game is Elite Dangerous by Frontier Development, and it is a space age simulator. Basically, it's a first-person starship piloting game at its core. It's a flight sim for starships, but it takes place in a 1-to-1 scale replication slash simulation of the Milky Way galaxy. So the travel is real time, and it's daunting how huge and vast this game is, and I'll show you that. But first, I want to explain what's going on here in this HUD. So right now, I've got mouse look on, so I can sort of just look around and show you guys. But normally, you navigate screens using Shift and WASD. So like Shift and A makes me look left, Shift and D makes me look right, Shift and S zooms in down here, Shift and W makes me look. Hold on, I had mouse look on. Shift and W makes you brings up your context list, which you can't see right now because I'm docked. So you've got like ship status and stuff like that. Over here you've got things like your actual status, your modules, which can be things like thruster, shield generator, cargo hatch, and in here you can prioritize and change how much power everything's getting based off of how much power is available in your system. You can customize fire groups. I recently got a mining laser, which we need to actually do like that. That should do it. You can check out any cargo that you've got, and you can check out any functions that you've got, like silent running, ship lights for when you're looking at the dark side of an asteroid, stuff like that. And then over here we've got our navigation, and we will get to that in a second. So right now we need to get ourselves a job. So we open up our starport, and in here, this is really cool. You can check out in-universe news. So like this is in-universe lore for current politics and stuff like that. You can also check out fun little things like this traffic report. These are the actual amount of ships that have passed through this area. They're not all players by any means, but that's really cool. You stock up on fuel, repair stuff, reload stuff. You can manually get munitions for just specific weapons or just repair certain parts. Like, oh no, my paint needs to be fixed. I did it. I guess there we go. No, it's good. I don't know what you're doing. Get up there. Ah, that's how you use it. Okay, cool. You can check out the bulletin board, which is what we're gonna do right now to get a job. So these are missions that I can do right now with current ranking in the factions. But here are jobs I can do if I got better with certain factions. So like this here is where you see the faction. This is how much you're going to pay. There's a brief description of the job. And it looks like the one I wanted to do earlier is actually no longer available. I just wanted to do a little bit of a shipping job. But basically I wanted to show you delivering something from point A to point B, because I don't feel that I'm equipped or skilled enough at this game to take to do any of these kill things jobs. You can also check out bounties in here. Pay any fees that you've got. You can also check out the black market. Now, only certain stations have a black market, so if you find one, take note of it. Here's a little tip. Lost in Orbital has a black market, so write that down. It is in the... Oh, dang, what system are we in? I can never remember how to read these things. Let's check out our system map so I can show you. Looks like we are in the... This is embarrassing. Oh, well, we're in a system. Here we go. We're in LHS 3447. Why couldn't I find that? I could have missed it, and you guys could feel like I'm really silly. But this is a star map. This is where you're going to do all of your navigation. You can look up a specific system. So if your friend says, I'm in Bob's Nebula, you can type in Bob's Nebula, find it, plot your route, and start jumping. And it may take a while to get there, but hey. You can view the map without all these fancy lines and colors, just as a realistic list of things. But I really like the information that this provides. The color of the circle is the primary faction of that area, and these are trade routes, not for factions but for materials. So let's see, I can tell mineral trade routes, and it doesn't look like there are any around here. Metals, chemicals, come on, something, anything. Textiles, wow. Show all, wow. I don't know what was going on there. That was kind of weird, but you can tell certain things that are going on. Now, for right now, we're just going to take a little bit of a trip so I can show you guys what it's like to get to another system. I haven't been down to this one. So we are just going to click on them, and we're going to mark them, we're going to plot our route, and we can purchase trade and exploration data. So now we can actually view the system map and take a look at what's in here. And it looks like we've got 2 systems, thankfully for factions that don't hate us. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to check this place out. So we've got our route plotted. And now what do? We come in here, and we're going to do this because it's super dramatic. And this will give me some time to let you know that this game is fully, like, it fully supports Oculus Rift out of the box. So if you have a dev kit or anything like that, you can plop it on, you can hop into here, and it works. It's got full head tracking and everything. It's really, really awesome. And now we're in space! How does that feel? Yes, it feels awesome. Let's go ahead and launch. Ooh, now I am in full control of the ship right now. I don't have a joystick, so I'm controlling with keyboard and mouse. And I'll be honest, it was a little awkward at first, but I've gotten used to it, and I feel like I do pretty alright. I definitely want to get a joystick for this, though. So that is the system that we are heading to. You can see we're up there in speed. We're mass locked right now, so we can't just start jumping just yet. But at this rate of speed, it will take us over 1 real-life year to get there. Something else that's really cool about this game before we go on, I want to point out this, look in this, I can't really, like, look at it, but it's in the center of the screen right now, that engine system in the bottom right where it shows, like, mass lock, landing gear, cargo, all that stuff. You can actually distribute power between your engine systems for certain things. So if I want my shields, I can go, like, full power to shields! Then I can come over here, and I can go to my modules, and I can do my shield generator. I can give it so much power. So you can sort of use that to, like, get fastly away from stuff, or prioritize what you're doing, and it's really awesome. But this is what you want to see. I'm turning on my frame shift drive. This is the discovery that was made that lets us travel among the stars. This is our warp drive. And you go into Super Cruise, but if you want to travel to, like, if you're just palling around in a system, turning this on will just let you go into Super Cruise. But we're warping between systems, so it doesn't take us a full, like, over a year, like 60-something light years to get to the system. And again, this is all simulated in a 1-to-1 scale. Things that you can do in this game. You can do what I am showing you, and oh man, that is just so gorgeous. You need to pay attention to. You need to not get near the sun. Suns are bad, okay? Alright, but we are in the system now. If we had somewhere else to go, we could warp there. But for now, what we're going to do is we're going to head over here. We're going to find our station. We're going to lock the destination. And we're going to get heading that way. So right now we're in Super Cruise. When you're running around like this, you can see other players. You can pull them out of Super Cruise. You can just pause and appreciate gorgeous. This is just so gorgeous. I'll never get tired of that sight. Things you can do in this game. You can do what we're pretending to do right now and be a space trucker. You can take cargo and deliver it. You can just explore and gather data about certain places. You can run missions for other people, like killing people. You can do bounties. You can be a pirate. You can be a mineral gatherer. You can just get your mining laser and you can go and just mine asteroid belts and look at trade routes and discover where to sell it. Now, this is a game that takes a lot of time. That's why this episode is maybe a bit longer than usual, but it's a game that takes time. You can't just hop in and expect to be where you want to be and have the money you want to have and have that super ship. You have to work for it, and I really, really like that. It really, really captures how I imagine it would actually be, and I love space, and I just love being able to go out and do whatever I want in this universe, and it feels like I can. If I want to just run around, I can just run around. If I want to just, like, this is just so incredibly immersive to me. The night that I picked this game up, it was in the middle of the week. It was a work night, and I spent so much time. I was late for work the next day. I was up until like 2, 3 a.m. just playing this. And it's not quite worth that $60 price tag. I can't recommend this to people at the $60 that it's at right now. but they're working on adding more to it. They're going to be adding planetary landing and walking around on planets. They're going to add multi-crew ships. They're going to add walking around on the deck of a ship, so I could turn on autopilot and I could go play a minigame in the back, maybe. I don't really know what else is going to be involved in it, but that's the kind of stuff that they're adding. It is multiplayer as well, so some of these ships that we're not seeing right now because nobody else is around, some of them are players, you know, and you can communicate with them, and you can, like, you can steal from them, or you can help them. There's no real limitation to what you can do. Just because there are no fire zones in the game, and if you deploy your hard points, they won't shoot you for having your hard points deployed. But if you start shooting, then you're breaking the law, and then they will start to shoot you. You also need to request docking permissions, and once we get here, hopefully soon, we'll be able to show you that. I can't boost in frameshift drive, but it is a game that takes time, and I can't adjust my engine stuff either, so we're just kind of cruising along, talking about the game. This is a lot of what you're gonna see, and if that's not the kind of thing that you're interested in, then don't get this game. Not yet. Not until they add more to it, you know? But that said, I love it. Playing it with a friend is incredible. The voice comm system in the game just adds to the immersion. The way all of the communication in this game works is just something of note, because it feels in universe. And this is the first game that's made me want to buy an Oculus Rift, and I can talk about all of this later, but I am a full-on supporter of this game, and I think that this is very, very awesome, and you should check it out if this kind of thing interests you. You know, especially if you enjoy Eve, you should check this out, because I feel like this definitely pulls a lot from it. Now, that may have offended some people, but I'm not an elite veteran. This is my first elite game. And while I can't say that I want to go back and play the older ones, because this seems perfect. You know, just feel like I should get that out there. This is a game that I feel I am happy with it. I have gotten enough time that I am satisfied with this, and I can see myself playing this for a long time to come, especially with what you can do with like, you can just do it with anybody, you can do it with friends or anybody. It's really something special to me. We're gonna start slowing down now so that we don't overshoot this space station. That's something that happens quite a lot. You really need to pay attention to and manage your speed, because you can't just drop out. Like right now, if I were to double tap J, I would do an emergency drop out of frame shift, and that would make me spiral and lose my where I am, and it would drop me into a sort of instance area of where I am. But we don't want to do that. We don't want to have to turn our butts back around. So, oh, resource extraction site, neat. So we are just going to keep going this way, and we are going to do our best to land. Once we reach a certain speed and a certain distance from it, we will actually unlock a safe break out of warp, and we will be able to just hop right out and get into the good times. We just got to catch up to the damn thing, which it does take some time. Ain't gonna lie, can't lie. It takes some time, so we're just gonna slow down. Slow ourselves down. That right there, that blue thing that you see moving, that might be another player. Let's scan him. Nope, it's a federal security service. Thank goodness I don't have a bounty in this area. I have a bounty in one place. Geez, what were they called? Let's see. It was. Let's see. Eravati. I have a bounty in Eravati because I saw a guy, and I thought it was one of my friends that I was playing the game with, and I shot at him. And I think I didn't mean to hit him, but I actually hit him, and he got mad, and I got a bounty put on me. I've paid it, so I don't really know. And there's our safe disengage. I just think that it's really interesting, and like there are so many stories of really, really cool stuff that happens in this game. And this is my first time actually seeing a station like this. I've never been to a platform before, so this is really cool. So we come up to it. We're no longer in frame shift, so I can turn on my engines, and we can boost right up to him. We will run into him though, so we don't want to do that. So we'll just run here, go ahead and come to our contacts list, lock target, and request docking station, and we've got docking permissions. So now it gives you a time limit. So like if I fail to dock, let's see, where am I going? 4. That's 1 on the bottom. I think this is 4 up top. Yes, it is. Awesome. So it's really oh, I'm screwing something up. Oh, I got spun over. Hang on. I'm a bad pilot. Let it be known that I am by no means a good pilot at all, but it looks like we've actually managed to swoop in here. Oh, God. That was almost terrible. Let's go ahead and deploy our landing gear. And let's just arrange ourselves. Landing gear is deployed. Fantastic. Thank you, super sweet computer. Something else that this game integrates with, which I think is really, really awesome, and I'd never actually heard about until recently, is called a voice attack. It's voice commands for your game. People have created full-on, like, voice command packs. So, like, I could say, engines to full, or engage super cruise, or something like that. And I could, and the ship would do it, and people have created, like, voice modulated responses to all of that. So we made it to the station and we docked. But yeah, voice attack sounds really, really awesome. We made it to the station, we docked. I'm just so excited. Let's go ahead and enter our hangar, so that in case somebody decides to fly by and, like, shoot us, we can, you know, not... We're safe in here, and, like, if I were to leave the game now, I would spawn back right here. You come back wherever you left off. So there we go, and you know, if we'd had a job, we could come into here, and you don't need to wait until you're all the way in. You can start doing this right away. You can come in here, let's go ahead and refuel. That's a normal thing that you want to do, and we can come in here to the bulletin board, and I can't get any of these missions, but if I had one, I could just check it off right there. Alright, so that is Elite Dangerous, and that is probably more time than usual. Sorry if this episode went a little bit long. I wanted to be able to adequately explain what all is going on in this game. I know I didn't show off a lot of examples, but that's because I'm not fully geared up for a lot of this stuff. Like, I don't even have a refinery yet, so I could go and mine stuff and I could show you how to capture it, but I can't refine it, and I feel like that would need to be included in that. So that's it. Thank you for joining us once again for Indie Bytes. If you have any suggestions for a game that I could show off on the show, feel free to just send me a link. Post the name of it in the comments below, give me a link, shoot me something on Twitter. My handle's @4kh. You can also send me an email at nevin@pixelattack.net. Alright, once again, thank you for joining me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!
For the love of games!